Hi, everyone. Welcome to the next installment of snackable content on the Personio Expert Hub. A popular topic in our HR community is how to successfully onboard remote employees during quarantine. Today, I have joining me Sandra Finkenzeller, who heads up sales enablement here at Personio, and she's responsible for ensuring that all new sales personnel are onboarded, and she's going to share some practical tips on this topic. Welcome, Sandra. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Laura, thanks for having me.
Great. So we want to keep this as short and to the point as possible. So I'm just going to dive right in. Here's the first question. What were the biggest challenges you faced onboarding new salespeople remotely?
So maybe I just give some background information about how we typically conduct sales onboarding. So at Personio, between 8 and 15 new sales colleagues from different markets in Europe start every month. In the first weeks, they work from the headquarters in Munich, where they participate in the sales onboarding in person. And that brings me to my first challenge. So my goal is that the participants take in as much knowledge as possible from the training and become experts at explaining the benefits of our solutions. Not having all the participants in one room makes it difficult to respond to each person individually because body language or facial expressions are harder to read. Also, did they understand the content or are they struggling with it? That was the first challenge I faced. The second one is that I'm not conducting the training just by myself in front of them. So each session is designed as an interactive workshop where they develop their know-how on their own in small groups with other colleagues. So my role is hosting the session and guiding them through each topic. So how can I ensure the same experience for the participants in a remote setting and make sure that the training is as interactive as possible and fun for everyone?
Well, thank you for that explanation. How did you redesign sales onboarding for digital participation?
So I use two tools for that. So Zoom for video calls and Miro for collaboration work. So the content of the training hasn't changed much. So, however, I have to rework the structure of digital participation. So if you like, I can share my screen and I give you an insight on how that could look like.
Yes, please. That would be great.
So in Miro, I created different work frames for each step of the training. So since it's a new tool for most people, it's important to give really clear instructions and make sure nobody gets lost. So most importantly is that I also allowed a few minutes in the beginning that the participant can explore the tool and get familiar with the most important settings. So group work is not a problem at all. So with Zoom, I create smaller breakout sessions on given topics where they can discuss in Miro while they collect all their insights with sticky notes or flow charts. And I can jump right into the breakout sessions within Zoom. And if they have any questions, I'm there. To keep track of the time, I use a timer that everyone can see within the tool when time is up. After the group work, I plan a short break or small relaxation exercises to help people refocus. And lastly, I ask a lot of questions to involve all participants actively. I found out that the more quiet participants tend to speak up more in that on-site trainings.
Well, that looks great. Did you find it difficult to master the new tool?
No, it wasn't. It was quite easy. So there are a lot of tutorials in the internet which you can use. And I also asked colleagues and former colleagues who already use the tools to get some hints and insights to make a really good experience out of that.
Do you think your sales onboarding will change permanently after the Corona crisis? And if so, how?
Definitely. So with remote trainings, I'm more flexible. So employees can stay in their offices. They don't have to fly to Munich. I think it's important to combine online and offline training because personal contact is very important to me. But thanks to those tools, which I mentioned, the personal contact in remote training is working well and we'll continue to use online training in the future. So the overall feedback of all participants was really good. So they enjoyed the format, got to know their colleagues in small group works, and got a lot out of it. So, for example, one participant successfully completed her first customer meeting directly after the training.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, Sandra, for joining us today. And please check out our HR Expert Hub for more information and expert interviews.